Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. My name is Bronte and this week is finally the time, I think, to talk about my 2025 lineup. So yes, I really want to film this video so it's kind of filmed and ready for you guys, but actually one book I have or I'm going to have in my system is not here yet. So forgive me for that. I will talk about that probably, I guess, at the end of the video. But almost everything else is here. So I thought we should talk about it. So my lineup for 2025 has been a bit of I don't know what the word is. It's kind of been a bit difficult for me to decide exactly what I want to use because I think right now there are so many amazing options on the kind of market for planners and journals, and it just made it really difficult for me to choose. Like, it's a real first world problem, you know, like kind of a nice problem to have in a way. So yeah, but I have got some lovely books here that I'm really excited about using. So I'll quickly just say what everything is and then we can talk through each thing in more detail. So we've got the Hobonichi Cousin Hon. This is the Black Gingham paper series Hon book. I have my Hemlock and Oak Paperflex cover, which this is the horizontal 2025 book. I've got my Stalogy, A5 Stalogy from Yoseka. This is their like exclusive Yoseka green colour. I have the Traveller's Company Passport TN in the brown. And then this is my cover for my Hon, which I'll talk about, I guess, maybe at the same time as the Hon. So let's just go through like top to bottom, seeing as I've stacked the books like this. So this is my Passport TN. I am currently using this because it has the 2024 to 2025, the 18-month Moleskine Pocket Weekly in it. I am kind of using this a little sporadically. So this week, have I used it this week? No, because this is this week. So this is kind of my everyday carry and I pick it up and add things in if I need to. But I don't always need to, so you know, there's that. I will probably be using it a little bit more in the coming weeks because Christmas time is just always a busy time, isn't it? So yeah, that's got this Moleskine notebook in it, the diary, sorry. This was really cheap at TK Maxx and the paper is not very good, but it kind of serves my purpose because my planner for 2025 is very big. And it's kind of gonna be something that I leave at home. So just in the passport cover, I've got the Moleskine. Obviously, if you're familiar with these two books, the Moleskine is too big and there is some overhang, but I don't mind it. I like it. This little chunky brick is very pleasing, I guess, to hold in my hands. I have the Hobonichi 2024 pen clipped in here on a Leuchtturm pen loop, which I've stuck to the back of the Moleskine. And I also have a what is this, Good Inkpressions insert in here, that's just clipped to the cover with this plastic thingy with a, what is this word, connector band. Oh my goodness, my brain's not working. This is going to bode really well for this video. This is just a plain insert that actually I haven't written anything in yet, but if I need to, it's kind of just a place to jot notes. So that's this little kind of portable planner system. This is just for on the go if I need to book appointments or kind of like write anything at all down, or if I need to write a to-do down that will jog my memory. That's what this is for, and this comes to work with me, kind of goes everywhere. As you can see, it's already quite beat up, which I actually really like. I'm really pleased. And I swapped out the brown TN elastic for the orange that came with this brown cover because I think that it's just really nice, and then I chose the red pen loop to go along with Actually, I don't even know if I chose it to go along with the orange elastic. It just so happened that that worked out really nicely. So yeah, that's this. So let's talk about the planner next, actually. I said I was going to go in order, but we're not. So my planner for 2025 is the Hemlock and Oak horizontal, which they introduced for 2025. And I kind of a little spontaneously ordered this when I saw that the pre-orders were going live, because I saw it and I just fell in love with it. And I pre-ordered this back in June, and it didn't come until probably like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, beginning of November it arrived. But I'm a real convert to this Hemlock and Oak book already. I really, really like it. There's some things in the front, which I'm not going to go into in great detail because it's more for me than for you guys, but there's a whole load of stuff in the front about establishing your personal values. So there's like self-reflection, like identifying values that you hold, setting goals, and which I haven't gone into in great depth. I need to come back to this. And then some habit cultivation things. And then there's kind of a way to structure a day and kind of thinking about how you're productive, which is cool. On this important page, I have used this Planner Monkey Co. freebie. I think this was from one of her sales. It was a freebie, a tiered freebie. And this I'm going to use as a mood tracker. And I just have this key in here with all of my Zig clean colored dot markers, so I remember what color is which thing, if that makes sense. There's 2 years to view, 2025, 2026. Then there's this future log, which I haven't used yet. I think this is a future log. And then these quarterly overviews, which I'm not sure I'll use because I don't really need this I don't really need quarterly overviews, basically. Then there's a blank page, and then each month has an overview and like a reflections. So let me find February, because so February has, at the end of January you have January review, and then you go into February overview. So it goes like that every month. The monthlies, I've set them all up. I've put in key dates, like it's my mum's birthday, and what's the word, like holidays, I guess, and things like New Year's Day is here, Lunar New Year, and I've put my paydays in, which are subject to change, but anyway, they're in now. So I had a lot of fun setting these up, and it was a nice way to kind of break in the book. I tend to be quite precious with brand new books, so I'm really glad that I've done this and kind of, flipped through all the pages, and yeah. Already put down stickers, already peeled the stickers back up and stuff like that. So yeah, it has this really big monthly calendar, which I really need a monthly overview for planners. It really helps me just kind of get my head around the structure of the month, I guess. So then this is the first week of 2025. It starts on a Wednesday. I've put down some Coffee Monsters stickers here. I realised that I probably won't really be doing tasks this week because it's like New Year's Day and I won't be back at work until the following week. But here we are. We've still set it up. So my plan for structuring these pages, you can probably see it nicely here, is I will have day-specific things on this far left-hand side. I've used this washi tape as a divider, but I could also use just a line drawn in. But I think it's quite a nice way for me to use washi tapes as well. My to-do list will go on this side here in this kind of left 2/3. And then on the right-hand page, if we flip to a new week, you can see that we've got it's kind of a weeks, but in A5. So we've got a weekly view and then like a blank grid page. I'm going to use this for daily to-do lists. Will go here at the bottom. There is small dots to kind of divide the page horizontally in half, which is very nice. And I will be using those to draw in like a column to separate to-dos. And then up here, I want to track my mood and some habits, and I think what I'm currently reading will go up here as well. So yeah, that's kind of my plan for this book. I want it to be really functional and just kind of a dump everything in it sort of notebook, if that makes sense. So I have set up all of the monthlies, which I'll flip through for you now so you can see them. I pulled out my Kyoko Shibata mouse pencil board as well, which I'm going to use. I use pencil boards more like bookmarks than pencil boards, but I would like to use this because it's so cute. Oops, there's my hair. Here is March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. December does not have any washi tape because I'm waiting for my recent Coffee Monsters Co. order, which has the kind of wintry and Christmassy washi tapes that were recently released. That order contains those. It's on the way to me, so that's going to go at the bottom here when those arrive. But yeah, that's this book. I don't really have much else to talk about, so I'm just going to talk through each book, how I'm going to use it, and then move to the next one, I guess. So this is the Paper Flex cover, which is similar to the Hobonichi cousin. So under this sticker is like Hemlock and Oak's little logo, and it says like 2025 horizontal planner or something. I put this Coffee Monster sticker down here underneath that, and then decided I didn't like that it was underneath, so I peeled it back up, and in the process I scratched the cover with my tweezers, and I'm really annoyed about it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I did. That happened, so I'm trying not to be annoyed about it, but hopefully throughout the year I'll kind of add more stickers and things, and I think it'll get scuffed anyway because this cover is half letter size. This planner is half letter size. It's larger than A5. I think the pencil board really illustrates that really well. So I can't find a half letter size clear cover, so I don't have one, so it's going to get scuffed. It's just going to be one of those things that I am okay with it, but because I haven't used it yet and it's already scuffed, that kind of annoys me. But anyway, we move on. So that's the Hemlock and Oak in combination with my little everyday carry. So like my work days will go in the everyday carry, and yeah, like jot notes and things. This is like supplementary. This is the main big boy who's going to help me out with all my tasks and things. Okay, so then I started earlier this year, or like earlier this month, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I started this Commonplace book. I was being really precious with this Yoseka Stalogy because I bought this when I was on my trip to New York and it felt precious. But I'm also really glad that I've just started it. So I've started with knitting things, and then I have a whole bunch of stuff like cut out of magazines that I have not yet put in, like 3 types of campfire, a campfire hot chocolate recipe, and then there's all sorts of little bits and pieces in here. I'm definitely not like a traditional Commonplace person. Basically, I think this is just going to be a bit of a scrapbook. Maybe I shouldn't have called it a Commonplace. But it's going to be something where I kind of put magazine clippings and just like nice little pieces and like nice compositions and things. Like, I just think those two things are very nice together. And yeah, I have a little article cut out about different animals that live in the hedgerows in kind of the countryside of the UK, which I really want to put in here. And I also have, sorry, this whole stack of stuff in front of me. I was sent this stunning advanced reader's copy of Hungerstone, by Kat Dunn. This is coming out February 2025. Hungerstone's coming out February 2025, and I was sent this advanced reader's copy. So I have finished this. It's one of the best books I've ever read. And you can see I've tabbed loads of things in it, and I want to copy all of these quotes out into my commonplace book. Unfortunately, I don't have very much time to work on this, so things have not been put in yet, but hopefully next year I will have time for this. And I really love this Stalogy notebook, and I really like the paper. As you can see, I have already written some stuff in it, and it was really nice to write in. So yeah, I'm just trying to, it's like no thoughts, just vibes. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of also supplementary in a way. Okay, and then we have kind of our main book, which is my Hobonichi Hon. This is the A5 cousin in the black gingham. As you can see, I've decorated my cover. I think I showed this in a previous video, so, and I tagged all of the shops in the description of that video, so please refer there if you would like to know where things are from. I decorate the front and the back, and I actually just got these stickers. I got 2 of this from my friend Alex from Instagram, and they just released these stickers, and I absolutely loved this, so I ordered 2. So I want to put this somewhere on the back. It doesn't fit with there, so I think I'll put it somewhere here, maybe like that. And then there's still space to put things unwrapped, because I do have a cover for next year, but sometimes I just like to have the book in a clear cover. So that's why I decorated the back cover, because, you know, sometimes you can, if I've not got my book in this cover, I can see the back cover. So shall we put this sticker on together? I just have a Midori clear cover. Quite a lot of people say that these don't fit the cousins, but I've always gotten them to fit. I just kind of shove the book in and then hairdryer it so the cover fits really snugly. If you blow the kind of plastic covers with hot air with a hairdryer, tweezers are needed. Yeah, the plastic kind of softens in with the heat, and you can kind of mold the cover to the book. And that's how I always get them to fit. I don't like the fact that the codex covers end up, when you first put them on your book, it's kind of baggy. That I dislike greatly. Okay, that's Alex's sticker on there. So this is from Alex Thomas Creative, and they have really lovely illustrated bits and bobs in their shop. And Alex also has a YouTube channel, which I don't remember their username on there, on YouTube, but yeah. So I have this, ooh, the pencil board fits in the back cover. So I have this Tomitaro Makino pencil board in, but again, I say, like, I use them as bookmarks. And actually at the moment, I'm using the week-sized Yumi Kitagishi pencil board in my current cousin, and I really like that, so we may stick with that one. Okay, so I did something a bit radical with my cousin. Decorated the inside. That's not the radical part. I pulled out all of the weekly pages and all of the monthly pages. So this book would normally start with other pages. If you're not familiar with the cousin, this may not seem so radical to you, but if you are, then maybe it does. So where this Mr. Eggplant's washi tape is where I ripped the pages out. And now my book starts on this turning the page to a new year, which I made like a little flyleaf type business, because there was still the last weekly page of the year on the inside of this flyleaf. So yeah, I still wanted to write some stuff turning the page to a new year. And then my book goes straight to 1st of January. I've put these like days of the week stickers in here. These are from Planner Monkey Co. and I bought them with the intention of dating a different book, but I decided to use this book, so I don't want them to go to waste, so I'm using them in here. I've dated January and February, and then I got bored. So I'll just do them like as I go along. So this is going to be my daily journal. I currently use the Cousin, and I don't use the weekly pages, and I don't use the monthly pages. And other than that, you know, the Cousin is my like beautiful everything all in one book, and I love it so much. So I really wanted to use this book, and I was hesitating on it because of not wanting to force myself to fill out the weekly pages. So one evening, I just had a bit of an epiphany and decided to just pull them out. I am no expert on, you know, bookbinding and things, but the Hobonichi books have what apparently somebody in the comments on a previous video has told me are called signatures, which are these like little bundles of paper. And the Hobonichi books are thread bound, and the thread is bound, like each signature is bound with its own little bundle of thread. So it's very easy to just pull them out, and you can kind of snip off the excess threads. And because of the construction of the book, it doesn't affect the integrity of the rest of the book, if that makes sense. Like if you were to pull pages out that had been stapled, for example, that would affect the integrity of the book. But because it's thread bound, like lay flat binding, because of the binding that Hobonichi use, it means you can pull out bundles of pages, and that is what I did. So you can kind of see this gap in my spine here. Maybe you can, I don't know, I can see it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I don't mind that. And it does mean that obviously the cover, like kind of, because I took a chunk of pages out, the cover overhangs a little bit, because there's kind of space for it to roll to the front of the book, if that makes any sense at all. Like I said, I'm no expert. My dad is obviously, like, he's not a bookbinder, but he's good at everything. And so he and my mum are both very creative people, and so last time I went home to visit them, I took this with me after I'd pulled the pages out to ask for their advice on whether I should cut the cover, or like how I should hide the kind of raw edge of the spine. And they helped me with this washi tape thing, and then my dad said that I should not trim off the excess cover. I was going to ask him to do it with like a box cutter or something, because I don't have something with such a big blade. But he said I shouldn't do it because of the way that Hobonichi have, you know, the corner's kind of like a die cut corner. That nice rounded corner would be really hard to replicate. So we've left it. So yes, this is kind of the DIY'd Hobonichi. So I'm really, really excited to get into this book. Oh, my tabs are from Planner Monkey Co. I really love her tabs. So that's this book, and this is going to go in here, which I have a video on this cover too. And I have slightly modified it since doing that video, I think. This piece of paper in the front cover is a note page from Tide Fates. So this is the notepad from this lovely brand, Tide Fates. And I cut out the lined paper part, and then very carefully kind of scalpeled out the kind of cutouts. And I think this is very nice. My friend PJ, the Journaling Potato, said that it's reminiscent of Twilight, which I'm not mad about. I like that. It's kind of moody, and yeah. So I bought this cover. This is the blue, the Winter City, because I really liked the grey inside, and I just thought the inside's more important than the outside because I can cover the outside. So that's what I did. And I do have a video where I talk about how I did all of this stuff. It's not very scientific or anything, but yeah. So we've got some decoration in the front pocket. I just put a bunch of stuff in here that's ended up staying in here, but I think it looks cute. And then I've used these TN connector bands. I've put them around the spine of this Hobonichi cover, and my cousin was on one. I took it out, I can't remember. Oh, I took this out to show somebody, just the book rather than the whole setup. So let's put it back. So that's sitting on one connector band. Also, that's why it's nice to have the back cover decorated as well. Then I have in here this standard TN zipper wallet, which is the same height as A5, but you know, obviously it's narrower, but it's nice to have that in here with some sticker bits. I have the Brick Notes notebook from Hours Studio. I do put ephemera into my daily journal, but this I thought is really nice for collecting little bits, like other bits of ephemera, because sometimes I do have to think about what goes in my cousin, because you know, otherwise it's going to end up like it's pretty chunky now, but it's going to be like a massive brick. So I thought Brick Notes could be kind of supplementary ephemera catalogue, as it were. And then I've got my, this is my Faded Chronicle sticker wallet in here as well. And this has got the rest of these date stickers, and I also picked up for next year these Killer Views calendars. She's got two versions of these. I have the other ones in my Hemlock and Oak book. I just love her things so much, I wanted both. So these I'm going to put on the kind of, I always call it the header page of the month, the plain page that Hobonichi give you at the beginning of each month. I'm going to put these on and kind of build collages around to start each month. But I want to do that month by month, basically. And then there's some Faded Chronicle stickers in this wallet as well. And then that's the back of the standard TN zipper. And that's this. So yeah, I didn't have a big enough, the paper that I used is a scrapbooking paper from Michael's that I got when I was in America. It's not quite like wide enough to cover all the, like, wrap around both sides of the cover, so I just put this piece here that I had to trim off the bottom. I just changed the, you know, like the orientation and just put it this way, but I like that. I think that's nice. So this is my weird kind of like A5 TN journal system. I'm really liking this, and I don't want to be like smug about it, but I am a little smug because I don't think I've seen anybody do TN elastics on a Hobonichi cover. So I'm obviously an innovator. Anyway, yes, enough big-headedness. I really like this, and I think it's cool, and you guys should try it out as well, because it's fun to have multiple books in one cover. I really like that. So yeah. I have ordered the mustard yellow Moterm A5 for next year as well. It's my Christmas present to myself. I have it in B6 and I freaking love this color so much. So I decided to order it in A5 too. I think it goes really nicely with my I call this cover my Cabinet of Curiosities cover. I think it looks really good with that. So yeah, I ordered the Moterm for myself for Christmas, and that's en route to me. Then the other book I ordered is the last thing that's not here yet is the Hobonichi Weeks. I ordered the Harvest Plaid from Art from the Heart because they were the only people in the UK that had it still in stock. I was going to get the pistachio, or I was kind of deciding between the pistachio and the Harvest Plaid. Pistachio is out of stock everywhere. I'm really surprised because it's kind of an unusual colour. I didn't think it would be as popular as it clearly has been, but that's nice that it's popular. The Harvest Plaid is the one that really caught my eye when I went to the Hobonichi, the kind of preview event in New York. The Harvest Plaid really caught my eye there. It's one of the few things I took pictures of. I was so overwhelmed, I didn't think to like take pictures of different like color combinations and like covers with different things in, like some people did. I was just really kind of starstruck. So yeah, but I do have a picture from that event of the Harvest Plaid cover, so clearly like it really caught my eye, and I'm going to use that as my reading journal. Where is it? I do use the weeks as a reading journal now. I haven't used it very much in the past month, 2 months, 3 months, because I've just been busy and tired, and this one, sadly, as much as I love this book, it tends to be the one that falls by the wayside. So I'm gonna still get the reading journal and still use the weeks as a reading journal because I love this book so much. The Harvest Plaid will be my 5th week's book. I've used it for 4 years in a row. 2023 I had 2 weeks because I started the year in the yellow, and then when they brought out the Spring Start Tomotaro Makino, I switched into that one because I loved it so much. But yeah, so I will have 5 weeks books once the Harvest Plaid arrives. I just really love having them on my shelf, and I think that this is a really kind of like, what's the word? The weeks is a really like no pressure reading journal, let's say, because there's not very much space to fill up here. So if we look at this week, for example, I have filled out some of these pages or some of these days, sorry, with something. I just fill out something that happened that day. So like here I say I finished reading The Queen of the Dawn by S.M. Gaither, and then the review is just here. So this week I did like an ongoing thing and then like a wrap up. But yeah, I think it's very like no pressure. So I kind of put little book reviews in here and then like any day specific things. And I really love it. And I only write with my uni Jetstream in here, so these pages are so crinkly. And there's something about the size of the weeks that I love to decorate. So yeah, I'm excited. So this is this week in my weeks, and it's Friday 22nd. Oh my god, it's Friday 22nd of November? Wow, okay. And I haven't filled this out, as you can clearly see. But I really like decorating, so I definitely want to jump into this book and decorate a few more pages before the end of the year. I actually think that the Harvest Plaid might start this week, so maybe I will start in the Harvest Plaid. Anyway, that's for another video. So yeah, reading journal is coming, and that's the last book in my lineup. So it may seem like quite a few different things to be using. Let's just have everyone. Let's put this in for illustration purposes. So it kind of seems maybe like a lot of books to you, or like maybe this is a really small lineup to you. I don't know. But yeah, everything kind of has its place, and I don't use each book every single day. I'm not kind of writing pages and pages in each book every single day. So it's not maybe as big as it may, or like as overwhelming, or like as like intense, I don't know what the word is, as you may be thinking. I'm hoping I can keep up with all of this stuff. I'm especially excited about this planner. I really want to be more on top of tasks, and I have some quite lofty to me, like I have some goals that I'm excited about, and I really want to achieve them in 2025. So I'm really hoping that this is going to help me stay on track, stay organized, and doing all of those kind of breakdowns of goals and things in the front is something that I find really beneficial. I did that at the beginning of the year when I was using my Sterling Ink Common Planner, and in actual fact, all of the things I wrote down as like 1 day goals, I think almost all of those things I've actually done this year, which is amazing. Like, I'm really proud of myself, honestly. So hopefully next year can be, a similar sort of thing can happen. So I'm going to stop talking because my throat feels sore, but I hope this was useful, informative. I don't know what the word is. I'm really tired today. Can you tell? So yes, I'll say goodbye, but if you have any questions about anything, please do leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Or I don't know, yeah, just let me know if you want to know anything about the lineup or like where a sticker is from or something like that. Please let me know and I can tell you. So I'll say goodbye, and I hope you are all enjoying your 2025 systems, or like you're enjoying setting them up. And yeah, maybe let me know in the comments too what you're using for next year, and like how many books you have. I'd love to know. Okay, thank you so much everybody, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.